my name is Terry Maruka and I'd like to share with you a quick video tutorial on how to use my fur brushes for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. Let's get started. This kit comes with 3 basic brushes. You have your chenille and your shags. The shag is a little more rough around the edges, and the third type of brush are the loose furs. Each brush is pen pressure sensitive, so the harder you press on the pen, the wider your fur will be. After you install your brushes, pick one for a demonstration. Let me use the shag. You pick a color. I'll pick a darker red. Some colors look better than others, so try out different hues, saturations, shades, and colors. Look how amazing that is. All from pen pressure. Now let's look at a 2-color brush. 2-color. 2C is 2-color. I've chosen a green and a brown. The second 2-color brush we have is FG for foreground pop. Let's keep the same 2 colors and see what happens. In this case, it made the foreground be brighter. However, I must tell you, foreground pop is a little bit unpredictable. It doesn't always do what you expect it to do. So I found an experiment with that one. Because there's so much going on with this brush to make it realistic, sometimes it takes a while for the brush strokes to catch up with you. This will seem really slow on PCs that aren't very powerful. You can use these brushes to freehand draw, as you've been seeing that I've been doing, or you can also run them on a pad. Here is a close-up of one that we had created by running it on a path. Back to our Christmas tree, I hadn't shown you the stray fur brushes yet. Let's give it some green. Not black, green, and throw a few strays along the edge. You can draw with shapes. You can freehand text. You can draw some funky fibers to snazz up your scrapbook pages. Here's a neat little brush feature tip in case any of you are so motivated. Blending mode, normal. Normal means no blending. So if you cross something, the color doesn't change. Let's change it to darken. We're going to cross it. I'm on the same layer and this area darkens. Change it to lighten. Now when you're not touching anything, it's still the same color. But when you cross it, it lightens. And that's kind of good because it looks dimensional, as if there is a highlight as it crosses on top of the bulk there. Now in case it's not obvious in the video, let's choose a blending mode that is more obvious. Multiply. You can see how it reacts. as it touches each piece. Let's bring it back to normal and we can go over it no problem. But these blending modes have all kinds of applications you can use, and let me show you one now. As I'm filling this in, it is getting bulkier as I go on top of it, but let me change a mode here. Let's go to multiply right now. Put a little bit of that really dark in there. Go back to normal. You can see some interesting perspective there. Let's go to darken. Now remember, it won't darken unless it's touching. And as you keep doing this, maybe some lighten, you can see you're building up a fur that's really quite full. Let me change it back to normal. Almost looks like, what do you call that? Velvet, crushed velvet. Here's a closer view of the piece. Not bad for a Photoshop brush. I know this video is getting long and I do want to respect your time. So let me just show you one other little application. And in fact, I pressed too hard for that, for this little guy. You can create really sweet furry creatures very quickly. And you know, you could bring this up on your screen and have your kids draw. The results are really fantastic. Another application may be that you want to sell a fuzzy Easter bunny, or actually Easter chick. Right now I'm doing kind of like a mixed media art look. It probably didn't matter that I had the furs out there like that. Probably would have probably looked better. I'm brightening up its tail on purpose, by the way. Here's some green underneath. Back to a little bit of red, maybe a little darker underneath. Is that cool or what? I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. There's so much you can do, and as I say, explore and do more. But before we hang up for the day, this is how I did my example on an old 1800s Victorian page.